Good afternoon, Internet. I'm your host, HazelPlace89. Welcome. The city Skylines 2. We're in Blackshire today, and we're just flying over our beautiful area that we made last week, right? Look how good it looks. I'm really pleased with the way that this came out. And so what I want to do today is there's a plane. We're gonna get ourselves a train station right here, right in this area. Right, and I think it'll be a good time. I think what we want to do as well before we do that is upgrade this road / bridge to maybe about right here. I haven't decided yet. Alternatively, I think it would maybe make more sense to have our train station probably right here at this major intersection. So, you know, let's get kind of stuck into it. Let's kind of figure this out. So what I want to do, I definitely do want to upgrade this though. I feel like it would make sense for us to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to dezone these bad boys and just delete them. Alright. So now what we'll do is pause the game. And I'm going to go ahead and just delete this bridge all the way out to about right here. Okay. So what I need to do is I'm going to grab a 4-lane. Actually, let's keep the game running because we have a bridge up there. It'll be fine. They can pass through. What I want to do now, last week I said that I wanted to use maybe a 2-lane truss bridge here, and I think I still want to do that. So let's make sure that our terrain view is on. We can figure out where we need to go. I think we'll need to go up one step. So let's get this step to about halfway. And I'm going to turn off road guidelines as well because they're rowing me off. Let's just go up 2 clicks with that. Let's go up a little more. I want the trusses to be a little more pronounced than that. So let's go back to our normal height. Let's go about 10 meters up. A little more, I think. I think we can get by with maybe a 12 or a 15. So let's kind of put you right here. Put you right here. That's better. I don't mind it. But what we'll need to do is we'll need to take consideration and see what we can do in regards to this. We're gonna have to dezone a little more of this commercial here, but that's okay. We can definitely get that back in as we need. So I'm gonna dezone you. So this will be a fun exercise in our complex curve tool. Alternatively, we can just come straight down until we hit 0. Get our slope to, what is that? Alright, let's see what we can do. We're at 15. Let's go down to about 7.5. Go, how many units is this? That is 40. So let's go 20 units. Something like this. And then we'll go another 20. Okay, I'm gonna figure this out, and I will be back in a moment. Okay, that was a little more tedious than I wanted it to be, but we got it in. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just clean up some of our harsh edges with our soften brush. Kind of get those nice and tucked in. And then what we'll do afterwards is we'll come in, detail around it, make it look less egregious. Maybe some trees and stones. So yeah, now we have that awesome truss bridge in, which I think this will serve the area a little better, a little more better than the big 4-lane bridge that we have. So we'll go ahead and continue to run the game, and we're just gonna smoothen out just a little bit more. So yes, right out of the gate, we're going strong. So what I want to do is, I don't know if I want a cargo train station or not. Let's first of all see if we actually have it. And we do. We've got the train station, small, medium, normal, and a cargo train terminal. I think what we'll do, I like the idea of having a cargo train terminal over in our industry area. That would make more sense to me. But I also think I like the idea of having a passenger train station. Like we have a passenger train station somewhere over here. Forgot exactly where it is. Right here. But I think to serve this area, to get a little bit of public transport over here, I think I like the idea of having ourselves a train station as well. So I think we want to let's grab a small train station, and I think I want to put it here. Let's put it with the, yeah, let's put it here. I think that makes sense. It's a beautiful asset though. I really like it. So what I want to do, we're going to grab a 2-lane road, and then I think we will just go to about, let's get our straight tool. Put it about right here, and then we'll come off this way like so. Then we will just have some nice curve work here. So let's actually not go that far. Let's go about here, and then we'll go about here, and then we can grab our straight tool, straight road segment tool, and put it about right there. Let's actually delete this. We can make this a little prettier, a little better. Let's go about 11 units. Let's come off here about like that. I think we can get by with a quarter segment here. We have 2 like so, and then we can just grab our straight segment and connect them up. Make that curve a little more pleasing to look at. Alright. So we have that going for us, which is nice. Now I want to think about grabbing some parking out here. I feel like having parking would kind of make sense in this area. We want, I think, a couple of medium parking lots stacked next to each other would be a good look. So let's do that. We're gonna grab ourselves some parking, and I'll offset it a little bit so as to have it centered on the station. And now I'm going to just go around it with just the alleyway. Yeah. And I like this because it doesn't have the fence around it like the large one does, but I do want to come in with better bulldozer, and I do want to see about removing some of the parking signs. I don't think that they make too much sense. We'll keep the charging stations there. Those do make sense, and a little box here for power. That's fine. Okay, so we have that, which is nice. So now what I'm going to think about doing is connecting up a railroad down here. Now what I want to do is I want to mirror what we had going for us with our 2-lane bridge. So I'm going to level the terrain. We're going to push this all the way back here. Like so. I'm going to do the same thing the other side. Get a nice level pad, you know. A nice level pad to work with. And I'm going to go a little wider. So how I like to do my bridges over, like whenever I make a bridge like this, is I want to widen out where the road is so I can have a little bit of wiggle room. But in this case, since we're using train stations, I'm gonna get, actually I think it'll look kind of nice if we get it super snugged up next to the road, at least where the bridge is at. As we go forward, I can imagine that this will kind of, the railroad track will kind of swing out, but I don't know, because we could connect, we could have a nice fun connection over here somewhere. But regardless, so let's go and find our railroad track. We're gonna do we want to use a double train track? I think we do. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put this to the 2. We're gonna try to go up 15 meters like we have over on with our road, and we're just going to parallel it as best we can. Let's turn off those. I'm gonna try to eyeball that, try to line it up as best as I can. I know it was 52 units, so we'll just have 52 units. And so now we have this beautiful bridge over here. I wonder if there's a bridge version of a railroad, and there does not seem to be, but that's totally fine. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back to our terraforming tools. We're gonna do the similar thing that what we did over on this other side, and grab ourselves height. Yeah, we're gonna put the height to where we need it to be, so that way we can have those nice simple earth ramps. Let's actually go down with just a touch. Yeah, perfect. Now we're gonna right click, we're gonna pad that out about like so. Yeah, that's perfect. Same thing on this other side here. A little bit like that, and then we will just simply ramp down, right click to select the height, and then we will just do some fancy ramp work. And again, I'm gonna see about hugging the road as best I can, at least on this side. But on this side, I think we'll definitely want to think about, oop, that's not what I wanted, getting the road or the railroad track pretty parallel. So we'll take a look at that here in a moment once we get this ramped out. All right, so that looks fine. So let's continue on. We're gonna bump our step all the way back down, and we're going to do that. All right, and then let's just grab our normal curve, or our, what is this, complex curve, continuous curve, and we're gonna try to maintain a small gap between the zoning square and the railroad track here. So now what we can do, there we go. This will actually work out exactly like I wanted it to. And then we're gonna grab this right here and kind of do the same thing. Let's turn off that, or turn on that rather, and then we can kind of do something similar over here. See how far we can go. I think we're still on that slope, which is nice, but if not, we can figure that out. Yeah. And then no, it's not the most pretty, but it will have to do. It will have to do. So let's come back in now with our soften tool and soften out the grading that we had going for us. I'm finding out that it's very effective to work with the soften tool, especially to work from the bottom up. So working from the bottom up gets you a little bit easier of a time. Really tell what I'm trying to work on when I do that. So let's go ahead now. We'll come through. Let's do the riverside first. Yeah. All right. So now, like I said, from the bottom where the grading meets the normal land where we had Morgan, And then you can see it makes it much easier to kind of manage whenever we do it that way. But yeah, so we have that, which is nice. Now what I think I want to do is I want to have this nice sweeping curve here. So what we will grab, once again, our 2A or our double train track. Let's actually do a simple curve, line you up, go out as far as I can, try to keep that angle at 180 degrees. And we will just, oh, hi there. That's not exactly what I wanted. So let's come off the actual tracks themselves. And nope. Do we need to, I think we may need to stretch this out just a hair. So let's do about 17 units. That seems to be about fine. Something like that. And then we can hopefully do what we need to do. Oh yeah. That's not a terrible curve. I can live with that. And it kind of gives us a little bit of breathing room in case we want to do something like this. Grab ourselves some commercial zoning and just splatter it down because we have demand for it, which is always something that we want to kind of pay attention to. We're just going to expand our district just to include this train station because why not? You know, why not? All right, so now this is going to be the tricky part, connecting it into our train station or our existing train network. But we have this right here, which I think is going to serve us pretty well. So what I like the idea of doing is finding a fun, interesting way to connect it up. Realistically, we could probably do it right here. But I feel like that would be a little too busy for this area, or it could potentially mess up our train flow, our traffic flow for our trains. And I don't really want to do that. Alternatively, what we could do is we could honestly just connect it up back here. But that might be too tight of a curve. But there's only one way to find out, and that's just to do it. So what we're going to do, we're going to grab. That's not the right menu. We're in our power menu and we're stuck again. Give it time. There we go. All right. I think what we could do is actually something like this. Is I'm going to go out 180 degrees as best I can. Let's actually turn off angles or snapping. Do something like that. That's fine. I don't mind that curve. This could get a little spicy, but we'll figure that out. You know what? We're not going to figure that out. We're going to upgrade and put the spice about right here. Yeah, that's fine. And now we will grab our regularly scheduled programming and do this. All right, and then we will grab our curve. Turn our road guidelines back on. I want 180. Give me 180. I'm gonna make this work. It's not too gross. I don't mind it. And we won't have to mess with anything because everything is okay. I think that's just the way that connection looks. Ew. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to do some softening. Alternatively, what we could do is grab this height and just make it not as disgusting to look at. Oh, there's actually a double track right here. That works out better. Silly me, not even paying attention. And it kind of tracks too because it's just straight and there's no, okay. You can tell with this that I don't really do much with trains. And Yes. One of my few flaws is I don't really do train things. Now, you might be going Hazel Place. That's a really tight curve, but I just think about it like logically. If they're approaching this, they're probably going slow anyway because of all the traffic and whatnot, the train traffic coming through here. So I don't think that's too egregious. Alternatively, now that I'm looking at it, it would be kind of sick to do like the over the elevated train road thing. I would have to tear out everything that I just built, but I think it could look cool. I'll make that decision after a while. If you actually want to see me do that, I have no qualms with it. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see this railroad track placed over top of this road right here. It'll look something like this. So we go up, go 10 units. It'll be something like that, you know, which I think could look really cool. So if you want to see that, if you want to see this, let me know. We can make it happen, Captain. But anyway, speaking of, if you made it this far, I want to thank you for joining me on these escapades that we've got going on today. If you would consider hitting the like button and subscribe, that would be a big help. Thank you for the growth on the channel lately. A couple videos ago, I was feeling pretty down because I was like, man, I'm not doing good. And recently things are picking up, so I appreciate it. Y'all are all the best, and I greatly appreciate all that you do for the channel. If you're not subscribed, please consider hitting the button, and that will make me a happy fella. Yeah. So now down here, what we're gonna do is I'm going to come through and we're going to add a cargo train station. Cargo train terminal. I don't want it directly on a 4-lane. That doesn't make any sense. So what we'll do, something like what we did back there with our passenger. We're going to, first of all, let's see the orientation of the asset. Because I don't want to, if I can help it, I'd like to keep it on the side that the trains would come from which the trains would come. This would actually probably be a fantastic spot for it. It's a 2-lane road, but the 2-lane road services our Jorgensen Oil Company. So what I think we want to do, let's actually bring this back just a touch. Same thing with, oh, we're stuck again. Yeah, come on. Oh, game's frozen. Oh yeah. I'm going to place the cargo train station down, but I don't want to encroach on any of the existing infrastructure that we have for our oil and our ore mining over here in this area, because this is where our industry is. And speaking of industry, eventually what we're going to do over probably in this area, because I feel like this area is too thin for it, but it would make a nice like waterfront, like commercial strip or something. But over on this side, definitely filling a port style build, piers and whatnot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come through and we're going to delete just some of the roads that are sort of in the way. And so what I'm going to do, we're going to bring this 4-lane just down a little more to about right here. And then we're going to grab a 2-lane and we're going to come off, let's go about 50 units. 50 units seems to be fine. And then because I feel like I can anticipate this area becoming kind of busy, I'm going to add a roundabout. We're going to add, let's add a medium-sized roundabout, the concrete-looking one. And then I think I want a roundabout here, and it'll break our commercial zoning, but they'll be fine. We can add, to make amends, we can just add a little bit more. Something like this. Because we do have the demand for commercial, and I'm kind of in the zone right now, and I'm not going to worry about that too much. So, Here's what we're gonna do. Let's have our... Ooh, let's do some fun shapes. Let's not come off with a... Alright, let's take you. And then we're going to kind of angle right here. Just to kind of make it less monotonous. Because you all know how I am about the grid. I love it. Fantastic. Ain't no thing when you're making grids, or the saying goes. I don't think that's a saying, but it should be. So, let's see about grabbing our cargo station. I've goofed because this is right in the way of literally everything. So what we could do is we could just scooch all this stuff down, which is totally fine. And it actually gives me the opportunity to build a roundabout slightly more better. She right here. And that should clear, so let's go ahead and place it down, and it do. Let's break the power line for now. We can put this back in a moment. Alternatively, why am I going silly with it? I can just go straight. But anyway, let's go ahead and do that while I'm thinking about it. I don't want to forget. So we'll grab this. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand what that was about, but we've got that sorted, so that's fine. All right, cargo station. Before I get distracted again, that's much better. That is much better. Much better. All right. I'm going to just ever so slightly adjust some of these things that we've got going on here. And we want to bring you back just a little bit. Alternatively, what we could do is kind of, to make up for what we just did, let us do that. Alternatively, I want to bring it back just a little bit more, right there. And because we're raking things, I want to appease the mines that we just eminent domained all over the place. And we're going to give them a fun shape. Congratulations, you've just been given a fun shape. Alright, so what that allows me to do is I can get an alleyway and just something like that, so they can drive off if they need to. Could I do this, I wonder? Oh, I could. Let's do it. So great, now we have this going for us, which is nice. Let's bring you this way. And then what I think I want to do is I want to have cargo container area. What is this? We have 10 units. Go 10 units this way, and then we would go 10 units this way. So basically what we're going to be doing here is having a cargo port made on land, and I want it to look like trucks can go in and around the area. What do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So basically, I'm giving I'm creating on land. I'm gonna have. It's gonna look cool. That's what I'm saying. So we have that. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna connect up our. Ooh, pardon me. We're gonna connect up our train tracks, like what we did a while ago. This is gonna be a two-way train track this time. Let's go all the way down. Let's go to land because we don't need to be elevated. I'm gonna go click our straight tool actually, and we're just gonna be where the wind takes us. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to, I think I'm just going to honestly come straight with it because it doesn't need to do anything fancy. Actually, I think I might do something fancy. Let's go out about right there, and then we will grab our complex or continuous curve and find the end of the node. Something like that. Okay. And so now what we'll do is that then I'm going to grab we're gonna do U like so, and then we will find kind of put it in the middle as best we can. So this way they can go both directions as they need. So yeah, huge interchange there. But to be honest, I think it looks kind of nice. So here's what I'm going to do at this juncture. We've got our train stations. We've got our cargo station. We've got our passenger station over here. But what I want to do now is I want to go through, add some roads to areas. This area, I feel like we need to add some density. We need to add some people. I want to rework this entire line as well, but I think I might do that after a while later. I'm not sure that that's something that I want to do today. I kind of want to gut this right here, and explore that again at some other time because I'm not entirely pleased with it. It doesn't make sense in the context of the city. So I think we could continue as well. I'm just talking out loud, making plans. We're about to go into some like a zoning detailing time lapse. All right. Welcome back after all of that. So first what I did was I came over to our passenger station. And it does look like it's getting use. I think I actually need to set a line for it. But before we do that, I have detailed, and by that I mean I placed some parks, like so. So whenever they come off the train station, they'll have this beautiful green space to look at. Added some offices, some commercial down here. That makes sense to me. And some parking, so you know, to service both the train station and this area. And then, as you just saw, I finished that out with some mixed-use housing. I think that'll look kind of nice. We'll start making this a downtown area for this area. Let's just make sure, though, that we have everything in our district like we need. Barely. So let's kind of expand this out. There we go. Expand this out. Kenninton is coming along quite nicely as well. Also, just remember what I said. If you'd like to see maybe some special double road bridge work stuff, let me know in the comments. So that's basically what we did. I took two kinds of parks. I duplicated those, so those are the same thing. Passage parks. I really like the way those look. And I kind of mirrored them back to back, and then there was a huge empty space that I filled in with custom path work, bush lined stuff. Now that we're here, I think I like the idea of doing this. So let's go to our trees. You can find it. And let's put down some oaks. We're gonna take just a few oaks, put them here, give the area a little bit of funness to look at. All right, and we'll just sprinkle some alders back down here. I like that. That looks good. Just to give people some shade, right? So theoretically, people will be able to like run around through the fields, do a bit of play, and all this kind of stuff. And as you can see, we still have homeless, but that's fine. I'm kind of chill with it. It doesn't matter to me. Also, and then we have the big park, the large plaza, right outside the front. And what I want to do is, I kind of, like I said, I want there to be like a decent, like low-rise skyline, if that makes any sense. I want that to be a thing. So, but yeah, people come off the train station, for which we have no lines. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Fixed it. Figured it out. So we have a line, which is nice. It goes all the way out here. We have this all the way out here. I think what we could do is make a line that connects these two stations. I think I like that. But let's see what this third line was, because we have 3 lines and I don't exactly know what goes to where, to be honest. Oh, it looks like I've got a double line. Yeah. Well, that actually kind of tracks, to be honest, because now we have all of that. Yeah, that's fine. Also, so yeah, we've got that going for us, which is nice, and it looks like it's getting used as well. So, well, it's not getting used, but it will. I believe. You got to believe. And then we have ticket machines, which are kind of dope, but we'll do that after a while. So we've done that. It looks really cool. I like that. Actually, is exactly the way I wanted it to look. And people are coming in from this side of the city, which is always fantastic. Yeah. Let's take a look now and ignore those problems. And let's look at our cargo station, because we have a cargo station now. And look how beautiful it is. I really like it. I like this a lot. So what I did was I put the cargo station down. I had to rework some of the our road layout that we had. It didn't turn out like I wanted it to. So basically, just some simple detailing just really does go go quite a long way with the Find It tool, find stuff. I used it and I searched for containers, and so I just put down containers like you'd see at a place like this. I feel like it fills the area out quite a bit, actually. And then we just did some ground texturing work with the riverbed tool. Added some trees around here to make it look a little bit less barren. And then I zoned in just some commercial, or not commercial. I zoned in some industry. And what I think I want to do, let's come back here now with our surfaces. We're just gonna finish out by doing a little bit of this. Let's turn on anarchy so it doesn't delete anything. I'm gonna just do that. Oh, messed up. I right click when I didn't need to right click. Okay, that's fine. They'll come back. So yeah, we have industry zoning there. We have an office and some industry zoning here. And I think what we'll do, because this makes sense, let's go to our roads, get a parking lot. Let's get a small little parking situation. Let's put, we get that one there. We could kind of make it pretend like it's a thing, but honestly I think we'll get, let's get one of these wide parking lots. That'll be fine. And then what we'll do is we'll grab our alleyway like so and just do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know how it is, and just put her there. So now this area can serve parking for all of this material, which is nice. And we have this delightful, I just can't get over the way this looks. I like it. Yeah. So what we need to do is something similar to this, or what we did over on the other side with a rail connection. So let's do cargo route. We're going to click you. And let's put you down here first. Then we will come back and complete the route, but I'm going to change the color because it looks kind of gross. Oh, I messed up. Did I mess up? I didn't mess up. All right, so let's change the color. They're going to go to a nice purple cargo. All right, so there's that. That's awesome. You love to see it. So there's that. A unique episode. It's not something I've really ever done before, but we do have cargo, you know, and it looks like it's being used. Next episode, we're gonna have to address our demand for residential and stuff. We need it, and we need to give the people places to live. So all that said, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for joining me today on this episode. Your likes, comments, subscribes are all very much appreciated. Y'all are the best, and I appreciate your viewership. So yeah, if you're not subscribed, consider hitting the subscribe button. Consider liking and leaving a comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you'd like to see the bridge on top of the other bridge, let me know in the comments. I'm really excited to give that a try. I don't think I've seen many people do that. All that said, once again, thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.